Have you ever wished you could see into the future? What if you could know next month's winning lottery numbers or predict the next big stock market crash? For centuries, humanity has been fascinated with predicting what's to come, from ancient oracles to modern-day psychics. But what was once the stuff of science fiction is slowly becoming a reality. Not through crystal balls, but through something far more powerful: artificial intelligence. Today, we're diving deep into the world of AI-powered prediction. We'll explore how these incredible systems work, what they're already capable of, and the mind-boggling possibilities they hold for our future. This isn't about magic. It's about math, data, and the incredible power of machine learning. So, how does an AI predict the future? It all starts with data. Lots and lots of data. Think of it like this: if you want to predict tomorrow's weather, you don't just guess. You look at today's temperature, the wind speed, the cloud patterns, and you compare all that information to historical weather data. You see patterns. For instance, you know that dark, heavy clouds plus a sudden drop in temperature often means rain is on the way. AI predictive models do the same thing, but on a scale that's impossible for the human brain to comprehend. They sift through massive datasets. We're talking petabytes of information, looking for hidden patterns, correlations, and trends that no human analyst could ever spot. This data can be anything: historical stock prices, social media trends, satellite imagery, customer purchase histories, traffic flow data, even medical records. The AI, specifically a type of machine learning model, is trained on this historical data. During this training process, it learns the relationships between different variables. It learns that if A and B happen, C is very likely to follow. It's like a student cramming for a history exam, but instead of memorizing dates and names, it's memorizing the intricate dance of cause and effect across billions of data points. Once trained, the model can be fed new real-time data. It then uses the patterns it learned to make a forecast or a prediction about what's likely to happen next. It's a telling. It's a highly sophisticated, data-driven probability calculation. The more data the AI has, and the better the quality of that data, the more accurate its predictions become. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds cool, but is it actually being used? The answer is a resounding yes. When Netflix or YouTube recommends a video you might like, that's a predictive algorithm at work. When your email client automatically flags a message as spam, it's because a predictive model has identified patterns that match known spam emails. But the applications go far, far beyond entertainment and email. Let's look at some of the most impactful areas. In finance, hedge funds and investment banks use AI to predict stock market fluctuations. Retail and e-commerce are completely transformed by this technology. Companies like Amazon use predictive analytics to forecast demand for products. They also predict customer churn, identifying customers who are likely to stop shopping with them and then targeting them with special offers to win them back. Law enforcement agencies in some cities use predictive policing models, though this is a very controversial area to forecast where crimes are most likely to occur, allowing them to deploy patrols more strategically. Energy companies use AI to predict energy consumption, helping them manage the power grid more efficiently and prevent blackouts. They can look at weather forecasts and historical usage data to predict how much electricity a city will need on a hot summer day and ensure enough power is generated. Farmers are using AI to predict crop yields, analyzing satellite imagery and soil sensor data to determine the best time to plant, water, and harvest. But it's not all perfect. The system is only as good as the data it's trained on. If the historical data is biased, the AI's predictions will also be biased. This is a huge concern, especially in areas like hiring and loan applications. If an AI is trained on historical hiring data that reflects past biases against certain groups of people, it might learn to perpetuate those biases, unfairly filtering out qualified candidates. This is a major ethical challenge that developers are actively working to solve. Another challenge is the black box problem. Some of the most powerful AI models, especially deep learning networks, are so complex that even their creators don't fully understand how they arrive at a specific prediction. The AI gives an answer, but it can't always explain its reasoning. This lack of transparency can be problematic in high-stakes fields like medicine or finance, where understanding the why behind a decision is crucial. And of course, there's the question of over-reliance. If we start to blindly trust AI predictions, what happens when they're wrong? A sudden, unpredictable event, what's often called a black swan event, like a global pandemic or a sudden financial crisis, can throw even the most sophisticated models for a loop because they have no historical data for such an anomaly. It's a reminder that these are tools to aid human judgment, not replace it entirely. So, what does the future of predictive AI look like? It's moving towards becoming more accurate, more transparent, and more integrated into our lives. We'll likely see hyper-personalized medicine, where treatments are predicted to be effective for your specific genetic makeup. Imagine a world where your smartwatch doesn't just track your heart rate, but predicts a potential cardiac event weeks in advance, prompting you to see a doctor. We could see AI that predicts natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis with greater accuracy, giving us more time to evacuate and save lives. In business, we'll see fully autonomous supply chains that predict demand, order materials, and manage logistics with minimal human intervention. The ability to forecast the future, even with a degree of uncertainty, is one of the most powerful tools humanity has ever created. It has the potential to solve some of our biggest challenges, from climate change to disease. But like any powerful tool, it must be wielded with wisdom, responsibility, and a constant eye on the ethical implications. The goal isn't to create an all-knowing oracle, but to build a smarter, safer, and more efficient world for everyone. The future isn't written, but with AI, we're learning to read the drafts. Thanks so much for watching. What do you think is the most exciting, or perhaps the most worrying, application of predictive AI? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the future, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.